Wow, we just got some huge news from the transfer portal. A few days ago, Bo Nix decided he would enter the portal and find a new school for the last year or two of his college career. We all know him as the Auburn star who was up and down during his time there. He's going to have an opportunity to go to another school, which is a big school, and finish his career on a high note. We just found out that Bo Nix is going to be headed up to the Pac-12, and he'll be playing for the Oregon Ducks. This is a huge commitment for that program, huge for Dan Lanning, and I think Nix could have a great end to his career there. In today's video though, I want to quickly introduce you to who Bo Nix is, how he fits at Oregon, and why he could save his career there. But right before we get into it, nearly 80% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, and we can definitely do better than that. Plus, we're on the road to 100K, so quickly be sure to do that, smash that like button for the algorithm, and turn on post notifications so you never miss breaking news topics like this. Now, let's talk about Bo Nix to Oregon. So yeah, Bo Nix's dad was a legend in the eyes of some Auburn fans, and like father like son, Bo Nix took up the quarterback spot. He eventually became a 5-star recruit from the state of Alabama, and it was quite obvious where he was going to end up. He committed to Auburn and would have an opportunity to play right away. He battled it out with Joey Gatewood for the starting nod, and in his first season with the Auburn Tigers, he was named the SEC Freshman of the Year and had two very memorable moments. He helped beat Oregon in Week 1, which included a game-winning pass to Seth Williams, and then in the last regular season game, he beat Alabama in the Iron Bowl, which is a huge deal to Auburn fans, and actually kept the Tide out of the playoff. He finished the 2019 season with 2,500 passing yards, 16 touchdowns, and 6 picks, with 7 more scores on the ground. As I said earlier, he was the SEC Freshman of the Year, and it looked like he could become one of the best quarterbacks in a long time. 2020 was up and down. His completion percentage did go up, but everything else went down. In 2021, he was expected to save his career, but after a couple of good games to start the season, he got exposed by Penn State, and then didn't play well, and eventually was injured against Mississippi State, where that would be the end of his time in an Auburn uniform. He finished his Auburn career with 7,000 passing yards, 39 passing touchdowns, and 18 rushing touchdowns, and will go down near the top on a couple of lists, but many do not believe him to be one of the top guys ever. After a heartfelt goodbye to Auburn fans, he decided to enter the portal, and there were a couple of schools that came to mind. UCF was where most people thought he would go, but then some thought he would be able to go to Oregon. That is exactly what happened, and as of Sunday, December 19th, he has committed to the Oregon Ducks, and this is huge for that program and for Nix himself. Why? Well, first of all, Oregon will finally be moving in a new direction at quarterback. Tyler Shuck started to begin in 2020, but eventually, former Boston College transfer Anthony Brown took over, and he was a starter this year. While Brown is not a bad player, he was not the kind of quarterback that was going to bring Oregon to the college football playoff or shine in those big moments. He was more of a game manager type player, and I was never ultra impressed with him, and I didn't think his ceiling was that high. I'm happy they're finally going to be moving in a new direction, and now there's going to be a major quarterback battle. As of right now, there are 4 quarterbacks on the roster going into next year, and that will first include Bo Nix, secondly it'll include Ty Thompson, third it'll include Robbie Ashford, and fourth it'll include Jay Butterfield. All 4 of these guys were highly recruited, highly regarded, and high ceiling kind of players, and if I had to guess, it's going to come down to Ty Thompson and Bo Nix. I think one of either Ashford or Butterfield transfers, and I could see a world in which both of them eventually leave. New head coach Dan Lanning needs to have a good quarterback to start out his tenure there, and with them bringing in Florida State offensive coordinator Kenny Dillingham, I think this is what sold the deal to Bo Nix on going there. In case you don't know who he is, he was the offensive coordinator for Auburn back in 2019 and helped coach Nix to his best season so far in college. In 2020, he took the job with Mike Norvell at Florida State, and so far, he's done a decent job with the players there. Over the last few weeks, there's been a lot of hype of Dillingham getting hired on Dan Lanning's staff, and that is exactly what happened, and it looks like Nix is going to pick him. Obviously, Dillingham is going to pick the player that gives him the best chance to win, but I think Nix will get the benefit of the doubt here, and he'll likely be the Week 1 starter. Ty Thompson was a borderline 5-star and definitely has a high ceiling, but he will only be a redshirt freshman, and Nix will be a senior with 3 years of SEC experience under his belt, and the coordinator knows him pretty well. In terms of what this does for Oregon, I think it definitely gives them a better chance to win big games than they had under Anthony Brown, but I don't know if it tilts the needle enough for them to get to the college football playoff. We're still very unsure on whether Dan Lanning will even do that great at Oregon, and there's a lot to figure out for this team. But overall, Nix is definitely a hard-working guy, has a lot of experience, and is better than the quarterback they had the last 2 years, so Oregon should be in a good spot, and at minimum, maybe one of the guys behind him shows all of his untapped potential and becomes a superstar there. I definitely want to do a video that dives deeper into this, but for right now, I just want to give my initial reaction, my initial thoughts, and what I think of this, and now I want to know yours. What do you think about Bo Nix to Oregon? who is your favorite quarterback in the portal, and how do you think Oregon will do in 2022? Be sure to let me know down in the comment section, smash that like button if you want to support today's video, and check out all my other videos on the end screen. I hope to see you guys again soon, but until next time, peace.